Alright, everybody, welcome back to the round table. Rick can't be with us tonight, sadly, so I am doing a quick intro because we have a long list of games to get through. We are going to we have a few friends. We're going to be concocting the top 10 GameCube game tier list. These are the top 10 games in their opinion of all time on the GameCube. There will be some arguing. I asked for 10 to 15 games from everybody. They sent, some of them crossed over, so, it's okay. That just shows some games belong on the top 10. As you can see, so first we have Backwin. Backwin, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Are you ready to argue with people?
Yeah, easily.
Okay. Then we have Eggman, also known as Mike. Mike, what's up, buddy?
I'm here.
He's
I'm
here.
alive.
You heard him. He's here. And then joining us in a few minutes, Jesse from GameStop. And if he can make it, Naga's supposed to be in here too. Don't you boo Jesse. Jesse's awesome.
Just starts boozing.
I'm not booing him. I'm booing GameStop.
You're booing the company.
Yeah. Fuck GameStop, dude.
So let's go through the list. So, like I said, I was asked for 10 to 15 games from everybody. We have 42 games in total. Billy Hatcher, Custom Robo, Dragon Ball Budokai 2, Eternal Darkness, F-Zero GX, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Kirby Air Ride, Lego Star Wars, Lost Kingdoms, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Party 6, Mega Man Anniversary Collection, Metal Gear Twin Snakes, Metroid Prime 1, specifically Metroid Prime 1, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Pikmin 2, not Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2 is on here though. Pokemon Coliseum, RE4, RE0, Second Sight, which I actually really like that game. Sonic 2, Sonic Riders, which was another interesting one that ended up on here. Soul Calibur 2, which arguably is the best version of Soul Calibur 2 other than like the arcade cabinet. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, SSX 3, Star Fox Assault, Super Mario Sunshine, which I know Brandon loves that game dearly. Monkey Ball 1 and 2 are both here. Smash Melee, which I'm not surprised that's on here. Teen Titans, Zelda Four Swords Adventures, the compilation disc for Ocarina of Time, I believe it's the Master Quest disc. Twilight Princess, Lord of the Rings 2 Towers, Simpsons Hit and Run, another game I played the shit out of. Time Splitters 2, another game I played a lot of. Ultimate Spider-Man, another one I enjoyed. Beautiful Joe 1, and then Wind Waker. Those are the games that have made it to the list. As you can see, we have the top 10 at the top. The potential is where they're going to argue for a little bit. Games will not automatically be put up to the top 10. They have to go through potential, and then we have to take the potential category, break it down to 10, and then rank the 10 from 1 to 10. So, as you can see, the Nope category, that's just where the games that don't break the top 10, sadly. They might break top 15, maybe top 20. But we'll see after some arguments happen. Sadly, Cole can't be with us tonight, so Cole will be doing this at a later date, and then we can compare it, and we can argue amongst that later. But looking at the game list, you two, how are you feeling?
You know, as a Sonic fan, I will say you can go ahead and just put Sonic Riders right in Nope.
Yeah, that was one of the games. Before we started, I already said I can see like maybe two to 5 games on here that are just automatically not it. Riders was one of them. I won't say Sonic 2. I know a lot of people love that game.
Yeah, but the Dreamcast version was better.
Yeah. So let's go over some of the categories. So things to take into mind. This is not a personal top 10.
Of course not.
If it was a personal top 10, we wouldn't even be here. Yeah. Did the game have impact on the industry? If it did, what was it? Did it define the genre? Did it define the GameCube? Stuff like that. Because there are third-party titles on consoles that define the console better than the first-party stuff. It happens. It happens all the fucking time.
Right.
And then, if you want to have the argument amongst each other of it ran better on a different platform, go for it. I don't really care about that argument because it's going to happen anyways. Because we could all argue that half the shit's on PC, and it runs better there anyways.
Yes.
Well, all of it's on PC if you pirate.
What's up, Jesse?
Whoa! We can't be putting out those kind of accusations.
I do.
Jesse's here. Oh, Jesse's gone. You scared Jesse away with the P word.
Pirate.
We were talking about Wind Waker. There's tons of pirates in Wind Waker.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
There he
matey.
is. What's up, Jesse?
I'm actually playing that right now.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You ready to do this?
I didn't quite catch all of your rules because like
So it's not. It's,
Discord on my phone
You're-
kept disconnecting me from the
You're fine.
PlayStation.
so it's not a personal top 10. Take into
Okay.
account things like: did it define the GameCube itself? Was it revolutionary? Did it define a genre? Was it groundbreaking?
Okay.
Stuff like that. That's why I wanted a bunch of people, because I tell you enough, if I chose two of you, you probably would have sent me the same damn list and it wouldn't have mattered. Because
Okay,
a lot
fair
of you had, there was a lot of crossover. There's only 42 games here. I say that like that's not
Okay.
a lot. That's a lot of games, but I've already been told Sonic Riders is a nope.
I agree with that.
Agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with all Sonic is a nope.
All Sonic is a nope. So all right, fine then. Do you
Wow.
anybody
all right.
want to fight about Sonic Adventure 2?
I mean, I definitely do. Yes.
Okay. Well, then
How dare you.
we'll move that to the potential category. We'll break, like I said, we'll break that category down after we get everything up here.
Yeah. No, I was saying that I'd fight for that in a positive way, not a negative way.
Yeah. So let's just go through. What are our opinions on Billy Hatcher?
I never played it. I don't know what it's about, so I put it in a nope.
Okay. Got one nope.
I think it's too niche to be
Kevin.
like a defining game. You know what I mean?
You're telling me when
It's like
you think GameCube, you don't think Billy Hatcher.
I do, but you know, I fucking love
fucking
Sega,
don't.
so it's different.
I know it exists. But what do you think, Jesse?
I think of the GameCube when I think of it.
Okay. We'll move it up to potential then. We'll put it up here for now. One of my
Also, unfortunately, I can't see your screen because anytime I try to open Discord on my phone,
it's
it
fucked
takes me
up.
off of my
That's
PlayStation.
okay. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'll run. I'm going through them in alphabetical order first. So I wanted to get Sonic
Okay.
done
Just doing that
because
for me
we
at
talked
first.
about it before. So one of my personal favorites. I'm no part of this list, but I loved Custom Robo.
Never played it.
I kind of figured no one did.
It's a fantastic game. I played it.
Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely think of the GameCube for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What about Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2?
It's the worst of all of them.
I saw that one coming from a mile away.
It's bad in very many things, but it's better than the first one. I'd still put it in the nope category for this because it's not going to land anywhere in the top 10. But it does. They did try things differently in 2 than they did in 1, which I appreciate.
All
I
right.
could agree with that.
What about Eternal Darkness? Game that only appeared on the game.
I don't know how I forgot
That's my
about
life.
Potential? No.
that. That's 100% yes for me. I'm kind of embarrassed I didn't put that in my
I
list.
forgot who put that
It's-
one there.
Um,
I think Cole and one other person did it.
yeah, I don't think it was me. I don't think I played a lot of it. I played a little bit of it once, maybe, like at a GameStop, but that was about it.
Okay.
It looks good.
I think it's one of the best horror games of all time. I can't believe I forgot to put that in my list.
It's one of the few like GameCube games I enjoyed a lot. I'd kill for a remake of some sort.
Oh, me too.
Kevin, how are you? You didn't answer me, you prick. What about F-Zero GX? I personally like this game a lot too.
Yeah, that has
Good.
potential. That was one of the main ones on GameCube.
For whatever reason, I never really got into F-Zero, so I don't really have a valid opinion on that one.
I think honestly, I got more into it's like arcade counterpart at the time.
Sure.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it was a decent game. What I really liked, there's nothing to do with that, but what I really liked about the arcade version was that you could get your memory card for your GameCube and like stick it into the machine. I think it gave you like some stupid little bonuses.
I think the thing that ruined me caring about F-Zero is I got to play Extreme G3 before that, and I just really liked that game.
Fair. That was a great.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Well,
It's very relevant, but F-Zero is very relevant for a GameCube.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
All things considered, I will agree with that.
So this next one is definitely a GameCube game, like true and through, but a lot of people have never played it, and that's Fire Emblem.
Yep, that's going to go.
Oh, Three Houses.
No, fuck off with that. Path of Radiance, a real Fire Emblem game.
That was the best one.
Yeah.
You're fucking fired.
I unfortunately hate all games that are like that. So
I know you do. That's why I was waiting to see if there'd be any conflict here.
I like the fact it was the first Fire Emblem I played, and then I played the one on the Wii. And in both of them, the one thing I really loved about them was not just the strategy of them, but if your characters die, they're just fucking gone.
The only argument I have is the fact that like people like us in the U.S., when I think of anything that has to do with Fire Emblem, I don't think of the actual games. I think of Melee.
I can see that.
That's fair. I understand that.
I think we can get that one out of the way too. Melee up there, yes, no arguments.
Yeah, no argument.
Yeah, no arguments.
I
Absolutely.
was gonna say I will join the fight if you want to fight about that one. What about Kirby Air Ride?
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't play it.
Potential.
It's Kirby, so I guess it has some potential, but I mean, it's basically, from what I know, it's a racing style game, and we're already gonna have F-Zero on there, and we're definitely gonna have Mario Kart Double Dash on there, so it's gonna have to be those.
So there's racing parts, but there's a lot of mini game shit to it as well.
Move Double Dash up there now. Get that one out of the way.
Yeah, I was just to say with how many other racing games it is. I mean, Air Ride unfortunately falls flat compared to the other ones. I do like Kirby a lot, but that's the one game where I never understood the hype behind it. It's fun, but I think it's overrated.
I'm with you, Jesse.
All right, so that's a 2-1. It goes in the nope.
Yeah.
Sadly. What about? So this is another one. Lego Star Wars.
I didn't even know that came out on the GameCube.
I personally think of
I didn't know either.
I think of the PS2 when I think of Lego Star Wars.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same here.
I think the best version was probably the like episodes 1 through 6, which I think was PS3.
Yeah.
This is PS3, Xbox, and
next one is another very niche one. Lost Kingdoms.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I didn't think
know
any
what
of
it's
you guys.
about.
This, I think, Cole sent me this one.
No, that was me.
It was you. I forget who it was. But
it is unfair. Unfortunately, very niche. It was a card building battle game,
it was
actually
really
made
cool,
by, and it's made by From Software. So
Yeah.
the fact that people don't know about it just going back in their history still is what's so weird, that it still stays so niche.
Mhm.
But I mean, it was a GameCube exclusive. There was actually 2 of them, but I liked the first one the most. So I understand that it's not going to be on the list, but you guys should look into it. It's a really good game.
Very neat.
Yeah, I'll break into Microgame and play it.
It's there.
I think I remember I remember at one point it was kind of getting expensive because it was made by From Software. So it's one of those games too where I think you could still get it for kind of cheap now before it gets expensive.
I think this one's a no-brainer. Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
Never played it.
100%. What?
Listen, I grew up in the country. I had barely 10 games at a time.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's a couple like Mario Party 6.
This is best
Yeah,
Mario Party.
I
on
liked
the
that
GameCube.
one.
I don't know the different Mario parties.
That was the one with the day and night cycle, if that helps.
Yeah,
It doesn't help me. I think I've played maybe 2 different ones
it was so
before
realistic.
they became more modern on the modern systems. I enjoy them, and they were very enjoyable, and you definitely want to punch friends in the face, and that's
Yeah, it's Mario
especially when they
Party.
steal your goddamn star. So I don't play with Vinny.
What about
6.
what? Let's see. Let's just keep going. Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I personally think PS2 more when I think of this game, but I could be wrong.
I agree with that. I'd say that's
Yeah.
more of a PlayStation thing in my mind.
That's gonna be a nope.
Well, with the abundance of things we have on here, I would put it in the nope category, even though it is one of the ones that I picked, because I still own that game for the GameCube. Not that I have a GameCube, but that doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Metal Gear Twin Snakes.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Top 10.
I definitely think of the GameCube for that version, but I mean, I've never been a big Metal Gear
Absolutely.
Neither have I. I'll give you potential for now, but I'm sure that game's out. A game that is gonna be up there, Metroid Prime.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
potentially, yeah, it's definitely up in the top.
Let's see. Paper Mario. Yeah.
fan.
Thousand Year
Didn't
Door.
play it.
Coliseum.
1000%.
Pokemon Coliseum.
I don't like Pokemon.
I would say that that's a given too, but
I'm trying to get those ones done, so let's start shrinking. Wind Waker.
yeah.
Yep.
Where'd it go? Did you just delete it from me? Off the
No, it's in
actual
between
window.
Mario Kart.
You put it
6.
in
Oh.
potential.
Oh.
Yeah.
It went up instead. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mario Sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Overrated, but yeah.
Zelda Four Swords Adventure.
I liked
know.
it.
I know everybody's gonna say no, but I love that game so much.
Let's just put it on. Twilight Princess.
No.
Yes.
No,
No?
I see that as more of a Wii game.
It
I
is
got-
definitely more of a
goddamn.
Wii game,
I got
yes.
2 nopes on a Zelda game. That's fucking mind-boggling. You're right though.
I
do.
thought
When I think of that
the
game,
one
I
was
think
better.
of the Wii.
Yeah,
And then it has a
and it's
better
funny.
version on the Wii U, anyways.
It's funny because I
Yeah.
100% on the
It's actually
GameCube and never played it on the Wii, and I still think that's more of a Wii game.
Another big
I get to
one.
play it on both systems.
I guess I get that, like, in the same way that you'd see Breath of the Wild as a Switch
Yeah,
game.
Switch game, not
Yeah.
Wii U. Yeah, that's 100% what I'm going based
Kevin,
off
not,
of.
what are you saying not to?
Mhm.
Do you want to come in and argue, Kevin? You're more than welcome to come in. He says hell no. You guys are
Hell no.
wrong. You guys are wrong.
Kevin, in the instance of when Zelda games started being made like that, they were clearly made for the new system over the old system, and that's what was taking them so long to get out the gate, was they were pushing them back into a port.
hmm
100% of what happens.
Stick with the Nintendo
So
trend.
we prefer...
Pikmin 2.
I don't like any of the
it's good.
Pikmin games, they're all garbage.
Damn.
Jeez. I definitely
fuck.
think of GameCube, and like out of any, I guess, strategy game, that's the only one I've ever really gotten into. So
I mean, whenever anyone says Pikmin, I think GameCube over anything. But I watched a buddy play them. I didn't enjoy watching him play them either, because it was really just escorting things around, and they're bugs, and I don't give a shit.
All right.
to
Was
be
it
fair,
Death Stranding?
to be fair, to back up his argument too, though, it's been probably 10 years since I played Pikmin 2, and then I bought it on the Switch, and I was like, I don't really like this game anymore, so I've lost interest in it to really fight for it.
Okay. I'll leave it there for now. But let's go back to some third party. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance.
I don't
That was
think
I
That
think
was
of the
the
PS.
best. Yeah,
Yeah.
When I put that one on there, I didn't know we were really going to argue with thinking GameCube.
Mhm.
I think that was the best Mortal Kombat for a long time.
I figured it'd be
So
better to think the system. That way, it's like what defined the system.
yeah.
Because, like I said, I've
Yeah.
done lists with people, and third-party shit makes it on all the time. Because it just
Yeah,
plays better on there. Like, nothing against it, dude. I played Deadly Alliance on the GameCube at one point. It was still really fucking good. Like, for what it
that
was.
Crypt was insane.
Yeah. Like, it's great. It's like, alright, so here's another big one. Resident Evil 4.
I definitely think GameCube
Yeah.
for that one.
See,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people try to
100%.
tell me they think that PS2, and that's where I kind of whisper, I go, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I don't even really... Everyone knows I'm not the biggest RE4 fan in general. Like, I like it, but it's not my favorite. But I think of the GameCube, or I think of the Wii, because the Wii game was actually really fucking good. I think.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
Yeah.
really. I don't really think of the PS2.
Yeah.
GameCube.
What about
And
RE?
that fucking
What about
chainsaw
what
controller
about
with the GameCube shit on it.
RE0?
Yeah.
I think of the
Um,
GameCube, but it's also like one of the worst Resident Evil games in my opinion.
Never
I do
played
think
it.
I do think of the GameCube for Resident Evil 0. It's I think that's what it came out on first. Was that
Yeah,
one.
yep.
Yeah.
It was actually only on GameCube until they
That's what I
recently
thought.
redid
Until
it.
recently, until
Yeah,
it's
until very
digital
recently.
market.
That was what the
Yeah.
PS4.
I believe so.
Yeah, PS4.
Yeah. It was I don't remember if it came out. I think it came out after 4 though.
No, it came out before. No, I'm pretty sure it came out before 4.
I don't.
It came out like a year or two after the RE1 remake.
Interesting. I might have just played it after I played 4 though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure 0 was before 4 by like a year or two.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I played 4 first. I really loved 4, and then I played 0. A friend of mine had it. I borrowed it for one night, beat it, and then returned it to him. It wasn't worth a whole lot of time. There wasn't really a lot of hard puzzles in it, so I just... It was okay. I didn't... there were parts of it that I like.
It had one of the better stories, but there were a lot of things that were like kind of fall flat on that one. So and also if we're gonna put Resident Evil 4 up there, then I don't think 0 should be up there. That's all.
Where my mind
I get
goes.
you. Yeah.
What about Second Sight?
Ooh.
Yes.
I don't know who put that on there, but that's an
I
amazing
did.
game. Oh yeah, I love that game.
It's... Not a lot of people have played it.
I did.
When I put it on there, Vinny's like, "Oh yeah, this is that's a great game." And I was like, "I know it's a great game, but how many people are gonna like,
I got your back on it
I love
because
that game, dude.
pretty soon Vinny's gonna say the other game that I put on there from the same.
I'll do it right now.
from the same
Time
developer.
Splitters 2.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah.
Both. I put so
I think-
much time into both those damn games.
I think Second Sight should be re-released. Not really remade, but just re-released.
I agree with that.
I'd kill
Yeah.
for that.
And Second Sight was the one that was exclusive, so I'd
Yeah.
say I love Time Splitters way more, but I think Second Sight should go there over Time Splitters because Second Sight was an exclusive and actually like a GameCube game. So
And it was great.
and it was great.
You know,
Yeah.
it hurts me to do that, but Time Splitters is going down.
Well, I think of it every time I think of Second Sight, but thank God nobody put Geist on here.
I was
It would've
waiting
been hard
for
to
it,
defend
dude. I
that.
thought someone was gonna do it. No one did it though.
I like that game, but it would have been hard to defend it.
Yeah. All right. What about this? Is a good one. Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Link.
Actually,
Link.
I
and it's
I
like the
actually
best
played
home
all
version.
of the. It is the best home version of the game. He is the best character out of the 3 characters that you could play as. And I
And
played it
now-
on all 3 systems too. It was
Yeah, and now we're getting it on the Switch too, so even Nintendo themselves confirmed that we should be
Yeah.
thinking of the GameCube when we play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Battle for Bikini Bottom? I personally think the PlayStation 2.
I don't
I think more of the GameCube just because that's what I played it on.
Mhm.
So I'd say no either way though,
Okay.
because like it's a great game, but there's no way it's gonna compete with anything else on this list.
Alright, here's a bang. It's SSX 3. I know a lot of people played it on.
crickets.
I know a lot of people played it on GameCube, but I personally think of the PS2 when I think of SSX in general.
That's fair. That's another one where I probably wouldn't have put it on the list for the same reason.
And don't get me wrong,
but
SSX 3
it's one
is
of my favorite games.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
Arguably
Yeah.
the best SSX game.
I'd say yeah.
It's that. Usually you say that or Tricky. It's one or the other.
Yeah. I even think the 2012 reboot's really good too.
I
think we should
liked
be
it. I
talking
know a
about
lot of
just
people.
as much as the other ones.
I know a lot of people were like, "Nah." I was like, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Let's see here, Star Fox Assault. Oh, crickets
I
for
don't
Star
know.
Fox, huh?
Oh man, that's my favorite one. So
Let's say no.
yeah, that's fair. No, again, it won't compete with anything else. So
I
I'm okay with
get that. I did play Assault. I played all the two Star Fox games that were on the GameCube, and I do agree that this one is probably slightly better because it's more akin with like regular Star Fox than it is with just an adventure game that was turned into Star Fox.
Yeah.
But with the things that we already have on here, it's probably not going to work.
What's up, John?
Yeah, I just thought it did a lot for Star Fox being the first one where you could be on foot and like in the Landmaster and
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
I
do
did.
the
I did like
traditional
those
space
segments.
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was definitely
I-
better than running around with a dinosaur.
Yeah, for sure. Well, even when you stack it up to other like traditional Star Fox games, it kind of bums me out that so many people kind of crapped on that game because I thought it was one of the best Star Fox games.
John, we're concocting the top 10 GameCube games.
You're allowed to argue in chat, but we're also
Yeah.
allowed to just disagree with
Yeah,
everything you
ignore
say.
you. The first Super Monkey Ball.
It's good,
Yeah.
but I think more of the second
I
one.
was just
I
about to
think
ask.
personally.
What about the second Super
I never-
Monkey Ball?
I never played the second one. I think I picked the first one for this, just because that's the only one I played, and I did like the more.
First one's still really good.
I
I
mean,
could go either way.
I like the. I mean, if two had more, things to it or something like mini games or whatever.
Right.
Either one should be in potential. One of them should be in potential, and the other one should be in nope.
Yeah, I mean if it's both, I'm okay with whatever one more people say yes to because I definitely think of the GameCube. It's definitely one of the best party games on the GameCube. I think it can compete with like Mario Party and like Mario Kart and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Pick the first one or the second one?
Second one's fine.
Okay. Teen Titans.
That's a random one.
Yep.
It's not random. I picked it
Never
for a
played
damn
it.
reason. Well, that's not the point. I've never played it, and I own it.
That goes
Again,
in
I don't have a
note
GameCube.
immediately.
Shut up, Gumdolph.
I played it. The game's fine. I don't think GameCube. When someone says that game to me, though, I don't know why.
I think I played it on GameCube, but I also don't think of GameCube, and I also don't really even remember that game. I don't even remember what it was like.
I think it was like
It was a beat 'em up,
It was
right?
just a 3D beat 'em up.
It's a 3D
Yeah, okay.
beat 'em up, top down, kind of like the X-Men series and the Marvel not rivals, but Ultimate Alliance was from the top down view.
Yeah.
And then you, but the team goes through like all of the villains that were in the show. They're like trying to figure out like who got them trapped there and stuff like that. And spoiler alert, but the ending is basically they find out that you, the player, are the bad guy.
Oh wow.
Because you're controlling their actions and making them do things, and they're like, "How did we get here? Why are we?" They're there for your enjoyment, and it's your fault.
Well, now that you ruin the whole game, I'll never play it. I'm just kidding.
What about the Master Quest disc?
Definitely think of GameCube because it was bundled with it, but
That's the only place you could play it.
yeah.
I guess Do you think of this over Wind Waker and Four Swords Adventures?
I think
Hell
of
no.
it over Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah, maybe Four Swords Adventures, but not over Wind Waker.
Oh,
No, I
you
think
guys-
Wind
Not
Waker's.
over Wind Waker.
You guys can
no.
argue.
Yeah, I
about
think
it
Wind
later.
Waker. I think Wind Waker's the Zelda game that you should think of for the GameCube.
There's
That's fair.
another interesting one. I think of the PS2 when I think of this game. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers.
It's a solid game. I don't
It
think.
is.
Yeah, I also. I played it on GameCube, but I also think it's valid if to think of the other superior consoles for it.
I thought about it for. I found this one better on GameCube than on like the other on PlayStation. PlayStation, I found Return of the King a little bit better.
I like them all.
It's just me.
I just heard that supposedly it's better on the PS2. I've never played the PS2 version, so I understand if people think of the PS2 version of it.
Here's another good one. Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh,
Fantastic game, and it should be redone.
Oh, 100%. But do you think of the GameCube when you think of this game?
I do.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
I personally don't, just because I'm pretty sure I played that one on the PS2, and also like anytime I see somebody ask about that game, it's
You
always
want it
for the PS2.
It's the same way
So.
with me.
But on the other side of the thing, I do think of Road Rage as more of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's not on this list, because it's already a different game.
You're right.
Alright, we got two left. We have Ultimate Spider-Man, which is a phenomenal game.
I picked this one.
Good.
I'd put it in potential. Mostly because it has a really good story to it. And then I know when people think Spider-Man, they think Spider-Man 2, which was on I think PlayStation 2 and GameCube. And those did kind of revolutionize like the whole open world thing. But I think Ultimate Spider-Man did it better, and I still had a kind of cartoony feel to it, but it was more of a realistic cartoon feel. And I do think of GameCube.
Yeah, I mean, to add to what you said, I really only think of Spider-Man 2.
And the last one, The First Beautiful Joe.
I never played it, but I heard good things.
I love
And then, there was some fat man at one of my works that keeps talking about it. He's just, we don't listen to him though.
I think 2 is better and should be there
I do too.
over 1, but I'll still fight for 1. I still love the first one too, so I think yes.
Alright. We have 26 potential candidates that you all have to fight about.
Oh god.
So since
Listen, here's what we do: we'll just cram them all into one game, throw it up there.
Yeah.
It's Gumdolph's problem.
Alright, so
do we get like a because there's only 3 of us, should we at least get like a trump card of like one where
So,
it's just like it should be there?
in this phase, you have to call a game out and why it doesn't belong in the top 10.
Okay.
And then you gotta fight
Oh,
about it.
Okay.
So I'll let Backwin
I
go
can't
first.
I can't see said list though, unfortunately.
You remember any of them?
I remember some of them.
Okay. Well, let's start from. I'll let you go first then. What do you, out of everything we just did, is there any you can remember that you think would not cut? Would get cut from the top 10?
Even though I just rooted for it, I'd say, though it does stack up against them, I don't think Monkey Ball will, unfortunately, be able. I personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Double Dash, but I know more people are going to be fond of that than Monkey Ball.
Okay.
So Monkey Ball would definitely be one where I think Mario Party or Mario Kart are going to have the upper hand. So that's one that I remember, so that's one I would say.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
Anybody wanna? No. Any fight?
I really wanted to fight, but as the way that kind of it is, the party games that are on there, I think he's right. I think
Okay.
Monkey Ball will fall short.
Alright. Bye, Monkey Ball.
Dang.
Alright, Backwin, you go next. Take a shot. Who you shooting?
Oh boy.
It's actually a pretty tough one. Those are all fucking really good games.
Well, you say these things.
Well, I mean, I see one that I absolutely can't stand, but that's just me.
Well, we definitely.
I
We
think
all
you
have
can-
to keep that one in.
I think you know what it is too. If you really think hard enough, I know one of you knows exactly what it is.
Did we keep Fire Emblem? Is that what it is?
No, it's not. It's not that.
Oh.
I like Fire Emblem, but
I like-
if you guys cut it, even I wouldn't be mad because I know not many people give a shit about Fire Emblem.
I would
and-
get Metal Gear Solid out of
Oh, thank God! Any objections?
Fuck.
Any
I forgot
objections?
about that too.
Yes.
No, I'd take it out.
Yes.
Oh, it's 2-1. So sorry, Mike. That pile of dog shit
God
can
damn
go right down here.
uh,
All
there.
right.
The entire Metal Gear Solid thing is all it's PlayStation. It doesn't matter what.
That's
under
what I
it.
was gonna say too. I respect it, but it's more of a PS1 game. I do think of that one more for GameCube because I know that's like what fans like to gravitate towards as being the superior version. But as a whole, the franchise,
It's
yeah,
so
it's a
n-
PlayStation
it's not.
franchise. It's not.
But it's fucking great.
No.
Oh, see, I don't really know anything about Metal Gear.
They,
So
they handed development off to like some fucking third party company, and you can tell whoever like designed the cutscenes had just watched fucking Matrix in theaters. Like it's it's fucking bad in like the best way.
Well, I think we can go back to the Fire Emblem. No. Anyone want to fight
Yeah.
about it? Do you think Fire Emblem when you think of the GameCube? Because I know a lot of people don't.
In the sense of like they have Fire Emblem characters in Melee, sure, but that's
Yeah, but that's
the
what
extent of it
most
for me.
people still don't know where those characters came from.
are we arguing for Fire Emblem? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
I just want to
Smash
know if you
Bros.
guys were agreeing
They came
because
from Smash Bros.
he shot Metal Gear. I'm just saying. Do you want? You were taking shots at Fire Emblem too.
Yeah, I vote no for Fire Emblem, and it's not even just because I can admit that objectively they look like good games, and I've tried multiple times, so I respect them. But like I said, I just feel like a lot of people went back to Fire Emblem, so thinking of the GameCube for Fire Emblem, I just don't think is a valid argument.
Okay.
I think in the way of I think the first American Fire Emblem game was the GameCube with Path of Radiance, but
I'm pretty sure it was a Game Boy Advance.
yeah,
Was
not-
the first one.
Poor people don't have those. Anyway,
Okay, Doug.
we have to
Bowser,
sync
calm
all
the fuck
into
down.
home consoles, and that's it. But it's when people think of like Fire Emblem, the first one actually that comes to my mind is the one for the Wii. And aside from that, like for GameCube, I do think Melee over the actual Path of Radiance, which is a good game. And then if you say Fire Emblem now, people think of the Switch, more recent things.
I do agree with you too. I definitely think of the Wii one more than the GameCube one.
All right, so chat wants to take a shot.
Well, good for them.
They want to shoot, hit, and run.
Fuck you, chat. How about that?
What do I mean?
Anybody want to shoot, hit, and run, or should we move on?
I joined on my
You can go
wife's
with
thing
or
so I
without.
could see your screen.
Well, we'll ignore chat for now. Jesse, what do you want to shoot? Take a shot.
All right. Now that I can see, I will. Let's see. My first one would probably be the Simpsons game.
Fight? Anybody?
I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, the Simpsons Hit and Run.
But he agrees with chat.
Well, like I was saying, I could do with or without it.
Hey, that's a maybe.
Yeah, I
that's
suppose-
that's a fence player right there.
Yeah,
You better have a damn good argument. Or do you think there's a game on here that you can fight about right now that you could put it against and change their minds that game should go first? take that as a no.
No, I not enough experience with it.
Okay.
I played it maybe like 3 times.
Same
It's
here.
a-
I didn't really
it-
play it much.
It's a good game. It is on the PlayStation 2. I think it was on something else later on.
On original Xbox as well.
Okay,
Fuck
yeah,
it. Take it out.
yeah.
Okay.
It could have been a lot better, and you know.
Oh, Kevin got his wish.
he gets
I gotta
one
say,
wish a
having
week.
nostalgia for it when you were younger, when you weren't allowed to have Grand Theft Auto yet.
Alright.
Yeah, sure. I totally know what that means.
So we have 22 left. Beckwin, take what are we seeing here? What doesn't belong? I can kind of see another one that sticks out like a sore thumb compared to everything else on the list.
Second sight.
Nope, it's not Second Sight. That's not. Nope.
What about
What is that?
Billy Hatcher?
I was gonna say yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice I was still in there.
Yeah, that's how important it is.
No.
It's not a bad game by any means. I know a lot of people that liked it.
hmm I never played it. I'm not familiar with it.
Isn't it like a Sonic type game?
It's made by Sonic Team.
No, it was made by Sonic Team.
Yeah, well, it doesn't
guess-
belong on it. Get it out of there.
Okay. Did
I really
anyone
hate Sonic.
anyone object to that? I mean, it is one of those GameCube games where I would think of it personally. 'Cause it's
I
just-
love that game, but I don't really object to it. I mean, again, compared to everything else here, it's obviously not going to
it's
stand a
shot
chance.
then. Goodbye,
Yeah.
Billy. You don't belong here. Maybe if they put you on the Switch too. All right, Mike. What are we
Fucking
thinking?
dab. I don't know.
What do you mean you
Fucking
don't
head's empty,
know?
dude.
It's a tough choice. Something's got to go.
What is
though.
Second Sight?
You never played Second Sight, did you?
No.
It's a first-person shooter.
All right, get it out.
Wow.
That was a all demand. Anybody?
I'm going to object to that.
Okay. I was waiting for it. Someone had to do it. Why?
Well, because we could have a generic top 10, and then there's no reason to do this entire roundtable, because you can just put all the Mario parties, all the Zeldas, the Metroid, all the things that are very Nintendo-ish, but it has nothing to do with, like what we think is a collective. It's like, if you wanted that, just open up Google.
I won't lie. I was hoping you were gonna be
That's
like.
fair.
I was hoping you were gonna be like, because there's still a Sonic game on there. God damn it!
There's also a Sonic game on there, and that doesn't belong on Nintendo. They should just give up that they lost. Sega's done with.
Fuck. All right.
So
heard.
But if we keep Second Sight, if you allow me to keep Second Sight on there, we can do away with Master Quest.
I agree with doing it with Master Quest.
okay,
I mean, we're
right,
definitely going to
yeah.
narrow it down to one Zelda
that's
anyway.
a fair trade.
Yeah, get it out.
All right, Jesse, your turn. Who's getting shot?
Trying not to hold the phone too close so that it doesn't echo.
You're fine. I'm just happy you can see it now. Chat thing.
I am trying to respect your opinion of not keeping it generic, but at the same time, the one that's an oddball for me is Spider-Man.
Wait,
Okay.
any argumentation?
Not really.
Wait,
My
feel like the
my
only-
only argument for it is I think of Spider-Man 2 more, honestly.
fair.
That's it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think of the PS2 personally when I think of Ultimate Spider-Man. That's
Yeah,
'cause
I was
that's where
gonna say I
played
think
it.
the only Spider-Man games I ever fucking played were on like PlayStation or the original Xbox.
Back when your turn.
Yeah, it's getting harder though.
I know it is. That's the best part.
Yeah, you say best part.
Someone's got to get shot. I see, personally, looking at this, there are 2 games,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not because I don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there's...
I think I know
what
what one of them is.
better ways to play these games. There are better ways to
Mhm.
play these games.
Is one of them
Okay.
Pikmin 2?
It is. Pikmin 2 is one of them, and
Yeah.
everyone knows I like Pikmin. Personally, I thought Pikmin 2 on the Wii was way fucking better. And then you
I
have the
won't
Switch,
argue that.
and then you have the Switch version. Well, that's just my opinion, my 2 cents. This isn't my list.
I mean, I agree with it. I don't really care if Pikmin stays
A lot
up
of people.
there.
I know, Eric. You hate Pikmin, don't you? Isn't that like your you just fucking hate Pikmin?
I do think Pikmin.
I've never played it, and I don't care for it. It's just an
I do think
escort
Pikmin-
quest game.
How do you
Pikmin 2
not
is
care
definitely
for
the
it if you've
best
never
one.
played it?
It is, but the real question is, as much as like I see it as better on another system, do you think it's a good enough icon of the GameCube that you could pick something else?
I think it deserves to be one of the best GameCube games. Like, I do think of the GameCube.
Like
but-
a top 15, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say it's more of a top 15, but maybe not a top 10.
Okay. But Jacqueline, what are we shooting though? Are you gonna shoot Pikmin? You gonna agree with the train going on right now?
Well, I mean, they can do whatever they want with Pikmin. I don't
Okay.
care for it.
But what
My shot is going to be for Pokemon.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not in this argument.
I mean,
I'm a massive,
I-
I'm a massive Pokemon fan, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Because when you think Pokemon, you're going to think Nintendo, regardless. You know, for
True.
video
Right.
games, for systems. I just think that most of the Pokemon games are on handhelds. That's what most people are going to think of. And when they do come to consoles, a lot of them go to Snap, which I know is on 64.
Mm-hmm.
And Stadium was also on 64, I believe. I don't know if Coliseum's better than that.
So
I don't really care for Pokemon.
looking at it,
I mean, I would say Coliseum's better than Stadium for sure. Like in the past.
Mhm.
But when it comes to like, the only thing that Coliseum really had going for it is it was the first Pokemon game you can like. It felt more like a Pokemon game you could play on console, but even still, that limited
I mean,
Pokedex and the mechanics of it made me. It's very much one of my least revisited Pokemon.
Right, and when people say GameCube, my mind doesn't go to Pokemon.
That's fair. And the other argument I would make is that XD is better than
yeah,
Coliseum.
I was just about to say that.
In some regards.
Like,
And it's funny that I'm fighting for that and I'm saying XD is better, but I'm pretty sure I'm the one that put Coliseum on that list.
as, I think
Yeah,
XD
honestly,
more. And I liked Coliseum. Like, it's one of the ones I did play when I was younger, and it was good. XD, I feel, was more memorable.
Yeah.
Like, you
But
had
that's the other
Shadow-
thing too, is
you know,
that
Shadow Lugia, all the just everything, the story mode.
yeah, and that's the thing is that like XD is a little bit better, but the thing that's unfortunate about both of those games is they're so similar that like I forget some of the things that are in one versus the other because of how similar they are.
Yeah. Chat said, didn't Coliseum have connectivity with the GBA games? I think they did. I don't remember. I didn't have access to
It
that.
did.
as
Yeah,
a
they
kid.
did. Yeah, you can connect Ruby and Sapphire to them.
I just played.
John, everyone's not fucking rich. We can't just buy all GameCube things and then the Game Boy Advance things and then the games and the connectors. Nobody has that much fucking money.
And Twitter's gonna hate this list. I can't
Good
wait.
for Twitter.
Mike, take a shot. What are we shooting?
Myself? No.
Yeah. Not here. Not now. Yeah, I already gave you a free one, but everybody kind of agreed. Like the pass for now?
No, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
18 games.
Hate to do it, but Four Swords.
Shot at Four Swords. Okay.
I don't really have any fight in me for that one because I do,
Okay.
like I said, if any Zelda's staying, I think it should be Wind Waker, not Four Swords
Alright.
anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. When someone says GameCube Zelda, you automatically go to Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Four Swords is a great
I-
game. And
I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably one of the only motherfuckers that would track down multiple Game Boy
No, I
Advances
did-
and link
I
cables to
did
play
too.
with people.
I exclusively played it with other people, so I totally understand that.
Chat agrees.
But we're definitely in the minority.
Same with Crystal Chronicles, which unfortunately isn't on this list.
Yeah, no one. I'm just. That was another one where I was like, damn, no one put that on.
It was just another one of those ones where I should have thought of it and I just didn't.
Well, it's your turn again. So what do we want to shoot?
I'm gonna go for one that nobody's gonna go for this early on, but I just don't think it deserves to be top 10. Is Double Dash.
Double dash.
Well, you're wrong.
Saw that coming.
I mean I knew that was coming, but
Okay.
I think 64 was better. I just feel like Double Dash is kind of overrated. That's all.
I feel that 64 is a pile of garbage. A lot of games that people love on the N64, I find atrocious. Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, also terrible game. Yeah, it's in 3D. That's great. Whatever. You know, a lot of people were blown away by the revolutionary of things being in 3D that they got way over into it, and it just ruined most of those games. Double Dash is phenomenal, and when you think GameCube, I definitely think Double Dash, mostly because it's the only Mario Kart game that you can have a partner with. All the karts were very different. All of the team abilities were all very different. I mean, they were, when you look back at them, they're not the most innovative or the most creative thing, but they were really cool. And I really enjoyed the fact of, like, it was the first game where you could do all of the tracks at once in one run, just like one after another, and that was a lot of fun, especially when I think on the higher level they were all like random except for the first one and the last one. The last one was always Rainbow Road, the first one was always the Mario Kart circuit, but everything in there, you know, like it was a lot of fun doing that. Plus you could switch from driver to the passenger.
Mike, what are your thoughts?
What's up? I'm sorry.
Double Dash. Double Dash has the gun pointed at it.
I disagree.
Okay, we'll move on for
I
now.
think that should stay.
Exactly.
Would you like a second shot?
All
I'll grant you a second shot.
right, I'm going for Mario Sunshine. I think only one of the
I-
Mario games.
I
on this
won't
list
lie
deserves
to you.
be
I
there.
thought the first time you were gonna say Sunshine. I really thought. That
Yeah,
was
no.
it. I'm like, he's about to say
Yeah.
Sunshine. I remember this conversation. You.
What?
I liked Sunshine, but I'd be more okay with that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where better ones came before it, better ones came after it. It is iconic for the GameCube. I do think of the GameCube when it comes to it, but I just don't think it's a good game that holds up compared to literally any other 3D Mario. And that's kind of my argument for Mario Kart too, but I'll fight harder for that Sunshine doesn't belong there more than Mario Kart.
I will say that I agree that Sunshine does need to be shot, just for the fact that Luigi's Mansion is supposedly a better game. And more people do think have gravitated towards Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube than Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine does go on for a while, and there are some parts of it that are just, they don't make any sense, even in video game logic.
Yeah.
I still think it's better than Mario 64. In my
It was
opinion.
it was too slippery to be a good 3D platform.
Right back when your turn.
Oh, goody.
You knew what you signed up for.
Yeah, and I know there's still a freebie on there.
There is, yeah. I can't believe it's. I'm not going to say anymore.
What?
Maybe you'll forget and I'll end up there and I'll laugh about it.
Funny enough, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, if I get the next 3 shots, I want to take out 4 swords and I want to take out Super Mario Sunshine, and now I'm just like, shit.
Beat you to it, I guess.
Apparently, yeah.
I see another freebie on there though, because it's better on a Sega console.
Hey, let that stay there. Because I think it's better on the GameCube.
Does it belong on a Sega console? Is that what we're instigating?
Does Sega's game belong on their console? Absolutely
I
not.
think objectively, it was
I think more
better
on the
on
GameCube.
However, more people played it on the GameCube.
I just wanted to get everyone going. It's always fun taking a shot at Sonic and everyone's like, hang on a minute.
I would love to, take Sonic out and shoot him, but I mean, even Sega already did that.
God damn!
I mean, last year, 2024, for April Fool's Day, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog by Sega, free game. Still haven't played it, but I'm looking forward to it. It's about time he needs to die.
You would.
Hedgehogs aren't fast. This is all a bold-faced lie. I mean, you can argue for Mario if you want to, but I mean, you can argue against Mario, but the only retort is that he's eating a bunch of mushrooms and he's fantasizing. Leave him the fuck alone. He worked hard being a plumber.
This guy's fucking video game Ben Shapiro. Hedgehogs aren't fast. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Let's kill off Pikmin 2.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like
He
we already
almost
agreed on
made
that
it.
20 minutes
He
ago.
almost made it too. I brought it up, and
Almost snuck in there.
you guys shot like 4 other games before you finally shot poor Pikmin. Oh man,
We wanted to watch him bleed to death.
that's fucking funny.
Damn.
Fucking
All
homer.
right, damn, he almost snuck in there. All right, Mike. Look at chat real quick, too. Chat, I missed this one. Would move the gun from Double Dash to Mario Party 6? You're fucking delusional.
I think both are valid that they're not going to end up in the top
It's
10.
true. It's true. I like Mario Party
If I had to
6
pick
more than
one
Double
for the
Dash.
top 10, it would be Mario Kart.
I think Crash Team Racing
Of the
Crash
Mario
Tag Team
game?
Racing was better than Double Dash.
Of the ones left in potential, yeah.
Of the Mario games?
I'm not
Specifically?
counting Thousand Year Door.
Okay, I was going to say, Paper Mario is the one for me.
I was gonna say 1,000 Year Door is like a
Yeah.
fucking GameCube household name.
Well, my thought was maybe for like just one quick round, if we could fight for one that should just go in the top 10 now.
You can do that.
Because like my 100% for me, it's Paper Mario.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna object to that. I think that's a gimme.
I never played it.
Melee.
It's on the Switch. You should play it.
That's another gimme.
Oh, do I get to pick
Yeah.
up?
Melee's
Do I get
100% another gimme.
And I know I'm gonna get pushed back on this, but I would argue Mario Kart.
I'm gonna save that
Yeah.
one. I want to see some fight. I want that one to be fought for.
Alright.
Get one.
I get one.
Get one. They got one.
Get
You get one.
Custom Robo.
Thank you. My
Alright.
boy made it. My favorite game on the GameCube. It made it. I don't care where it ends up in the top 10, but he's there.
Where's Cubivore?
Dude, no one said Cubivore. No one said like some of the really
Hubert?
weird ones.
Gotcha for?
Like yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha
for
Force.
Go Hyper Guy?
Yeah, Go Hyper. That game's not good though.
No, it's not.
Wait,
just
why
worth-
was there a
it's
fucking
just
Lord of
worth
the
a lot of
Rings
money.
game in this?
Because
I'm just realizing.
all right, y'all got your free pick. Let's get down to fighting. So, we'll let Jesse go first.
For another one to take out?
To shoot. Who we shooting?
Let's see.
And if you're gonna say Double Dash, I want a fucking thesis level argument.
No, I'll leave Double Dash alone for
Okay.
now. I'll go.
For now, he says.
It's hard now.
Yep. If you want to
As
pass
much
and
as
think about it, it's up to you.
No, I think I got it. As much as I was willing to fight for Double Dash being pulled out of there, one that I like less is F-Zero.
F-Zero?
Yeah, I would say Mario
I'm
Kart
fine with that.
over F-Zero.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm happy everyone agrees. I know one person on Earth that's fucking screaming right now. He is super fucking pissed.
a lot of people love specifically that F-Zero game, and I respect it. I never got super into it.
Back when?
What?
Who we shooting? It actually just got significantly harder now, too.
It did. That's very true.
I mean, I see a couple that are a little less desirable, in my opinion, based on working in a store that sells this shit.
Yeah, we have 4 left to kill.
Hmm?
Then we have to order the 10.
Yep. The ordering of the 10 is where the real arguments begin.
Oh boy.
Shooting stuff is not... Shooting stuff's the easy part, man. You just gotta figure out what's actually number
Is it?
one.
Because it's getting pretty hard.
Oh, just wait until you have to argue
Well,
about
I mean-
number 2 through, like, 5.
Alright, can we kill the hedgehog?
I don't want to, but go ahead.
No.
Fine.
Okay, fine.
No.
Oh, if he's gonna fight with me, then no.
Fuck
Oh.
no.
Sonic stays.
Oh, it went from 2-1 back to 1-2. All right.
I thought I was gonna.
Why should we not shoot the hedgehog?
It's one of the best Sonic games. I definitely
Good.
think of it more as a GameCube game because it got the enhanced, better version. Like he was saying
I will
earlier,
say
it is the
co-op
first
version-
time a lot of people play. Like, it's the first time a lot of people played it because 10 people owned the Dreamcast.
And
I hate
they
that you're not
massively
wrong.
expanded the co-op to where like it's actually worth the fuck to play with someone instead
Yeah,
of just playing
And-
on your own.
and don't get me wrong, Dreamcast is one of my favorite consoles of all time, but nobody owned it, so a lot of people, including me, somebody that had a Dreamcast and was obsessed with the Dreamcast, I played Sonic Adventure 2 the first time on the game. And honestly, it might have even been one of my first GameCube games. So I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Yes, I do think of the GameCube, and like I said, it's one of the best 3D Sonic games in my opinion.
Okay.
And
Counter
I
argument.
think it deserves to be there.
Do we have a
The
counter
counter
argument?
argument is
And the counter argument can't just be it's Sonic.
Fucking hedgehog. They aren't fast.
counter argument is I don't know. I don't really think Sega products, and I think of Nintendo. But I just want to know what everybody
Go back to the
apparently liked about
Dreamcast.
it. Yeah, that's where all your Sega products should be from then on.
What?
It's just-
Do you mean like why it's one of the best Sonic games?
No, I think I played like a Sonic game and was like, yeah, this is dumb. I don't care for it.
Well, Sonic Adventure 2 is the big one for 3D Sonic because they did a little bit in Sonic Adventure 1, just kind of like in a bad way. Whereas like Sonic Adventure 2, you got to play as like a lot of different people, and like their play styles was very varied. And like I know a lot of people. I'm not personally one of the people that care about the Chow Garden, but the Chow Garden was like expanded on a lot more to where like on top of multiple gameplay styles for the actual main game, there's like a little chill and manage little creature aspect of it too that like a lot of people like too. For a Sonic game, it is definitely one of the first like 3D platformer adventure games that really did as much as it did. Especially for it coming out even a couple years before on the Dreamcast, and then adding even more for the GameCube. There's just a lot there. There's a lot to offer for that game.
Okay.
I think my thing with Sonic Adventure 2 is by taking out the like hub world areas like they had in 1, they kind of took what worked with the first one and kind of streamlined it and improved upon it.
And but also still made it bigger and better. Because there's also like the emblem hunting too. Like every level had like 5 different missions where it's like you just run through it. You got to do like get rings, and then there's a hard mode, and then there's like different things you can do in every level, to where it had a lot of replayability. Like I remember.
I said the key word.
From childhood to today, like it still would take like so long to like do everything in that game. I think I've only ever done it once, and I never want to do it again because that's how much there is to do it.
Okay. So
I've never been one for like platinuming or 100%ing games, but I definitely go back to Sonic Adventure 2 every like year and a half.
Same here. Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Well, if it revolutionized that aspect of Sonic, that's fine, I guess. As long as it made things better and it wasn't just like I don't know, same old shit.
All right. Sonic is safe for now.
They still get to kill something, Gumdog?
Fucking God.
If you'd like to take another attempt.
Okay. So I'm going to use kind of a similar argument that we've already had. If we gave you Paper Mario, maybe we should kill off Luigi.
No.
That is what I'm
I
waiting.
definitely think
Our
Luigi's
argument.
Mansion's
My
like
argument
an
is just
iconic
no.
game for the GameCube, but also
It's the GameCube game, the launch title.
Yeah, but not all launch titles are good. I mean, for the Xbox Series X, their launch title was Peppa Pig. It was garbage.
Yeah,
That's
but with
Xbox.
Luigi's,
you could have just stopped it. Xbox
Stop
is
at
garbage.
Xbox.
but with Luigi's Mansion actually was good.
Yeah.
I just like the instant. My
It was
answer
good.
is
Was-
no.
It's not a. The answer,
Yeah, I mean,
the answer
pretty
like that
much.
was
Strong
no,
arguments
and it's
for or
good, and that
against
explains
Luigi's
nothing.
Mansion.
I mean,
So my argument for it is the most replayable GameCube game. Like you can, like there's been times where I've literally replayed it like 2 times in one day. It's one of those games where it's like it's only like 6 hours long, but it's a really fun 6 hours where you just beat it and then you're like, all right, I want to play it again.
Chet is telling me that Luigi's Mansion stands out compared to other Mario games. So it stands out more than Paper Mario?
No. But
Absolutely
all the
not.
other Mario games, yes. Honestly, in my opinion, Mario didn't really have like an amazing game on the GameCube. Like Mario's one of the franchises I think the least of for like games I enjoy going back to on the GameCube specifically.
Right, no, I get you. That's fair. Yeah.
Whereas like Paper Mario being more, I guess, of a spin-off to not really count it as a Mario game, and Luigi's Mansion being standouts over Mario just goes to show how like kind of mediocre the Mario games were on the GameCube.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm honestly surprised none of the Mario sports games are on here.
Yeah, I was like, I figured the one that would be on here would have been like Mario. Would have been like Mario Golf. I know a lot of people like the golf game.
My favorite was Power Tennis, but I didn't even put it on there. So
I like Strikers. But you know, I also enjoyed playing fucking Sonic Riders, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that pretty quick.
And I was like the first to be like,
somebody had to.
That was the first one we got rid of. I was surprised that nobody, when you were backing Luigi's Mansion, you didn't go with the argument of like, that's the first Luigi title. First off, secondly, it's the first time Luigi actually got character building.
Oh god, are you about to bring
Other
up
than
that
he jumps really high.
fucking, what is it? Mario is missing or whatever.
Mario's missing. Yeah, that's the first Luigi game.
It doesn't.
That is the first Luigi game, dude.
Yeah, that one sucks too.
That one is rough.
All right.
It's the first good
You guys
Luigi
don't like
game.
learning?
No, we don't.
I'll give you one more
We don't read on this channel.
one more attempt, and then we'll move on.
I know, right? Fucking, I can't kill anything.
Sorry.
Yeah, you bastards. Somebody tell me what the hell Eternal Darkness is all about.
I don't know.
Perfect.
It's-
Let's kill that.
Oh
right.
no!
I'm cool with that.
Damn, it almost snuck in there.
I don't think that should go, but
I
if
don't-
it's 2-1, I can't say
Yeah,
anything.
I mean, I personally love that game. You have to like horror
It's so-
games. It's so different.
Yeah.
The way it fucks with your it fucks
like
with your
Luigi's
TV,
Mansion?
It fucks with your mind.
Honestly, that's probably the most like innovative game on the list. But if nobody has reference, then we can't really fight for it.
I am sad to do this. Right next
Yeah,
to
that
good
hurts me
old,
too.
right next to good old F
Are you
Zero.
ready?
Yeah. It also hurts me that I'm a piece of shit and I didn't put it on my list.
Mike, it's your turn.
Okay.
God, that was
Well-
some good argument. Damn. John, play Eternal
Fuck it,
Darkness.
Mario
The game's
Party.
fucking amazing. All right, Mario Party's got is being called out.
I mean, if Double Dash has to stay, I'm cool with that leaving. I'm not really. It's Mario Party.
It'd be nice if we had more multiplayer games on the top 10, but I understand if they can't fit on there. Because then it would just be a Mario list. So I agree
Yeah.
that
All right.
something does
Bye,
need
Mario
to fall.
Party. Gotta get rid of that. Two more.
Yeah, if I had known the competition would have been tough for Mario Kart, I would have left Super Monkey Ball there.
Right?
Well, it's your
Which
turn.
monkeys?
It's your turn, Jesse. So, what are we? What are we shooting?
I mean, it's hard because I'm definitely looking at my top 10 right now. I don't want to do it, but unfortunately, in comparison, probably Beautiful Joe.
I was just thinking about it. Only because, for me personally, you can take my opinion if you want. 2 is a way better fucking game.
Yes, it is.
And PS2. Like, just buy buy 2 on the PS2 and have a better time.
And it also bums me out so much that is just still stuck on the GameCube.
Yeah. I hope they do a collection of.
I mean, I get it,
Clover's
right?
back in business.
Because it's the same thing with like Eternal Darkness, for example. I
It's,
feel like a lot of people just have not played it.
it's a great game.
Hmm.
I remember
It is a great game,
I
but it is
remember
very niche
when
too.
it came out. I played it at like a demo booth in like a fucking GameStop or an EB Games, whatever they were called at the time.
Yeah, I think I played it on like the super high up Walmart TV.
I was just like, this is so cool.
Yeah,
That's the
Missed
one
that
I've
shit,
kind of
dude.
been eyeballing for a while, waiting for someone to look at the end and be like, you know what, he doesn't belong here. Maybe top 15.
Yeah. I guess we could keep our fingers crossed that if Okami could get something new, maybe they
do
will
feel
someday.
so. Ooh. One more.
Oh, are we down to that?
One
One more.
more. It's technically Batwin's turn, but if he says something and someone can make a valid argument, I'm open to all of it.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, my two
Yeah.
would be either Second Sight or Soul Calibur 2.
It has to be Soul Calibur 2. Just because, I mean, Link is a playable character. He was great. He was phenomenal. If you take him out of it, though, and just Soul Calibur 2 by itself, it was an okay game.
I don't know about that, but
I'd be going
taking away the mascot. Taking away the
I mean,
mascot would make it not like an iconic GameCube game. I do agree with that.
Right. So I mean, like, yeah, if you think GameCube and you're really just thinking of Link in Soul Calibur 2, it makes sense. But if you're not thinking of the other characters, although there were some very
pretty sure didn't they for like PlayStation Soul Calibur 2, I think had like fucking Darth Vader or something.
No, it was
that was
it
for
was Heihachi.
PlayStation 3.
And,
Heihachi and Tekken.
Xbox.
Spawn,
Xbox had
Spawn had
Spawn.
Xbox. Yeah, Xbox had Spawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, it was either 2 or 3 on PlayStation, but it was supposed to be Cloud. They wanted it to be Cloud,
There you go.
and then Square said
Yeah,
no.
I do remember that.
Square said no,
Yeah, I
and
remember
Sony
that.
was like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
That would have been a battle of the
So,
ages. You got fucking Cloud in one version and Link in the other.
Right? That would have been sick. No, I think that's a valid argument. I'm okay with dropping Soul Calibur 2 out of there.
That hurts.
And it would be cool to see Second Sight up there, so.
Yeah. Alright.
I still don't know what the fuck that is.
Well, that's okay. You'll have time after this to go get that game and then just play it.
Alright.
That's fair.
Just move everybody up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This category is no longer needed. Alright. So your top 10 candidates. You got Paper Mario, you got Melee, Custom Robo, I'm so happy that's there. Wind Waker, Luigi's Mansion, Double Dash, RE4, Metroid Prime, which didn't get brought up a single time, which is incredible to me. Second Sight, and Sonic Adventure.
I feel like that
2.
one was just a gimme, so.
So there's... So, whoever wants to... We're going to start with what's number 10. Out of these 10 games, what's the worst one? Not saying it's bad or anything, but...
Yeah, I like that it's up there, but Second Sight should probably get 10.
I'm just happy it's there.
I'm just happy it's there too, but it probably should get 10.
I mean, I'd put it over Sonic, but I've never played Sonic. So.
I saw that coming.
Hey, look.
Just saying.
I think Sonic.
I think Second Sight should be 10, and I'll be be like, okay, Sonic gets number 9. I'm okay with that. I think at the very least it should get the edge over Second.
All right, so
I think Sonic Adventure 2 should get an 8 at least.
Oh, here we go. Why?
I would say top 5, but I'm okay with putting it in 9.
Mike, you're telling me,
I think Resident Evil 4.
Oh, you're fucking nuts. I'm not even in this, and I'm going to call you out on that one.
Okay, alright.
You're fucking crazy. I don't even like that game, and I'm going to call you out on that one.
Hey, man, I like that you're helping me.
In there. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm happy that you're helping me back this one up, but I think we just got to take 9 on this one.
Like, I do think of Sonic Adventure 2 when I think of the GameCube, but definitely not before any of the games that are above it right now. That's just me personally.
I that's what I was gonna say too. I mean, Vinny, you also being somebody that works at a game store, you definitely see games that come through on GameCube more than Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, way more than Dreamcast, and people do want it.
I would argue you sell that more than Resident Evil 4.
You're mistaken. RE4 can't sit in the cabinet for more than 30 seconds, dude. It also doesn't help that the price on Adventure 2 just like skyrocketed for some fucking reason.
Yeah, that's true.
That shit's like $90 now for no reason.
Are you shitting me?
No, it's like it's nuts.
Like, when I bought it from you guys, it was like 40.
Yeah, because someone traded it, and Chris
even
looked
then,
at
I was
me
like,
and he
holy
goes,
fuck.
"Why is this?" I'm like, "What? It's $90 now? What happened?"
That's crazy.
So it's solidified. Sonic is 9. Second Sight is 10.
Yeah, I might have to sell my copy.
What's number 8?
Listen, if you sell your copy, then it goes down. It goes down to 10.
What comes in at number 8?
Number 8.
No, I'm not selling it then.
Double Dash.
We have a Double Dash.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm fine with Double Dash at 8. I
Oh,
guess.
it's 2-1. Why is Double Dash better than number 8?
This shouldn't be in the top 10, but I think it's an 8.
Huh?
Lamenting.
No, I said
would
I'm
put it
fine
at
with Double
7.
Dash going to 8.
You want it at 7.
But I'm not. I want it at 7.
You want double? Well, then what's your number 8?
Mine?
No,
Yeah,
back ones.
I'll look at the list again.
My number 8?
Yeah, what's your number 8? If you want Double Dash at 7,
Mm-hmm.
what's your number 8?
Metroid Prime.
Ooh.
Oof.
No.
Not a fair trade.
I'm not even a big fan of Prime, and I know that's not true.
Okay. Fine.
I'd say
top 5 though.
I'd say Double Dash deserves 7 if Custom Robo is 8.
God no.
I haven't played that enough to really have an
personally
opinion.
love it,
I guess.
but I know it's not for everybody. And it's also super hard. It's super hard to find, and it's fucking expensive.
It's a fun game. I just don't remember being like a whole lot to it. That's all. I could be wrong, but I just don't remember getting too much replay value out of it.
It's true. There isn't a whole lot of replay value of Custom Robo unless you actually love the game.
Yeah, and I'll admit that there's plenty. There's
it's a fantastic story, and
yeah, and there's and I will say that obviously Double Dash has probably one of the highest replay values on here. So
God. Kevin says.
Does
Kevin
Custom
said,
Robo have more replay value than Sonic Adventure 2 though?
Kevin said Double Trash should be 10.
No, but what do you say?
Double Trash should be 10.
I agree with Kevin.
Oh, fuck off!
But
you're on Kevin's team when we play it at the store.
I'm fine with that.
All right, so
I don't know. I'd say Mario Kart at 7 if we're okay with Custom Robo being at 8.
is it a fair trade?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I think that's a fair trade.
What's number 6?
Take a look. Trying to hold the phone up too often.
That's a line of some of the best games of that generation.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
I'd say either Mansion or Prime.
Mansion or Prime?
I'm okay with Prime. I'm okay with Prime.
Prime?
I think Prime being where it's at is.
And then I'm okay with Luigi's Mansion getting 5th.
5th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not better than Resident Evil 4. I
Oh,
won't
no.
even.
Luigi at 5 and
Pretend
Metroid
to
at
think that.
6. Any?
I think, in my opinion, I think where we're at right now is like perfect. Maybe I would argue we could switch Wind Waker with Melee, but I'd say that's a pretty perfect list. But anybody else, that's my opinion.
What is
First off,
I think swap Luigi's Mansion with Prime.
you want to swap Luigi? Or you think Prime is better than Luigi?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would have thought?
I could go either way because I mean like Metroid
I think
Prime
the way it
definitely
is
has
fine.
more.
You guys battled me on not killing Luigi. He has growth. He's a terrified person. He has his own game that's not Mario's Missing because nobody cares about that. It's I guess one of those 3D titles. It's one of the best 3D titles as a Mario game for the GameCube. You prove that, and I know a lot of people want to put Metroid Prime, especially in chat, in the top 5, and it won't allow that. I'm
cool with Luigi's Mansion being 5. I'm happy with that.
Prime was a fun game. I did like being a first person, in the suit that Samus has, and that was pretty fun. But scanning every little thing was tedious and dumb.
So
yeah, I'll give you that. That's fair.
That's probably one of the worst parts about that game.
So I'm not in this argument, but my 2 cents, because I like giving my 2 cents to upset people. I personally don't like either of the series. Everyone knows that. I'm not a fan of Prime, and I definitely am not a fan of Luigi's Mansion. But when it comes down to the GameCube, I get asked every fucking day about Luigi's Mansion. Do you have Luigi's Mansion? Do you have Luigi's Mansion? You want to know why? because people like it more.
You have Death Stranding.
And you also want to know something? How come if Metroid Prime was so good, why did it take like 20 fucking years to get the 4th game?
Because it's just that good. No.
Because it's just that good.
We've got 2 more
seriously
Luigi's
though,
Mansion
from my
since.
viewpoint, every day I literally get asked once or twice a day about Luigi's Mansion. Metroid Prime maybe once every 2 weeks.
I'm not
As far
gonna
as Prime
argue.
4 goes, I think that's just more a case of it being stuck in development hell. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I also just like
You're right.
I like
think
taking any
more
moment I
people
can to
want
shit on games I
Luigi's
don't
Mansion.
like. So
I'm cool with Luigi's Mansion being
Alright.
5 because it'd easily be my 4th or 5th favorite.
And when I think of the GameCube, like that top 5, those are like the 5 I think of the most when you bring up GameCube.
100%.
Like my top 5 is gonna be way different. Like my favorite GameCube game is Melee, but that's because I like fighting games. Paper Mario is a close second. Wind Waker for me is a close third, and RE would be 4th. But that's just me. So, but what do you guys? What's the 4th game? What's the 4th best GameCube game?
I think Resident Evil 4 is perfect there.
It's either RE4.
I think the way it is now is good. Like the
Paper
whole
Mario.
top 10.
You said RE4.
I would just. I
It's
would
either
agree with
RE4,
that.
Melee, or Paper Mario.
Melee or Paper Mario. So you think Zelda is the best GameCube game?
Yes. And the other 3, if you guys want to reorder them, that's fine.
I think Paper Mario is the best GameCube game.
Alright, well, let's not get there. So clearly, Melee and RE4 are 3rd and 4th is what I'm getting here. But what one's actually 3rd and what one's 4th?
Yeah.
Melee's 3rd.
Melee's 3rd.
Melee's 3rd.
Melee's 3rd.
100%. Yeah.
All right, Melee's 3rd. Resident Evil's 4th. Now the big argument. I've been waiting for this whole time because I figured this was gonna happen.
Oh God.
We got. I know one person that likes Wind Waker, and the other guy likes Paper Mario a lot. What is the best GameCube game, gentlemen?
Paper Mario.
And you can't use the remake argument because both of them fucking got one.
Yeah, they did.
All right.
And they both got really good ones.
Yeah, that was the other thing. They both got damn good remakes.
This is where we all flip the script and we just take one of the nopes and we throw it up in the top 10.
Yeah.
We're all gonna pick Time Splitters 2, just to throw off Gumdolph.
Time Splitters 2 is the best GameCube game.
Actually,
I'll take it.
Jesse's like, yes.
number 1.
You know, if you, did
100%.
that, if you do that, second sight's got to fall off, though.
I'm okay with that. Time Splitters deserves it more. That's my favorite shooter of all time, so I'm not gonna argue on that.
Yep, Time Splitters 2, number 1. Let's do it.
Let's see.
So I don't have much
mean,
input on this because I get asked about these 2 games regularly, like the same amount. Like people are always looking for these 2 games. These are like the 2 kingpins of phone calls about the GameCube.
Yeah.
Much as I like Melee and everything,
Fighting Frogs.
I don't get as many calls for Melee and RE4 and all that.
Right.
I get Paper Mario or Wind Waker; they're gone within 20 minutes.
A day.
I'll admit this is very hard for me because Zelda's my favorite franchise. Wind Waker's a top 5 Zelda game, but it's Paper Mario for me.
Got one Paper Mario.
I mean Zelda's for GameCube. Zelda, Wind Waker revolutionized it. It's a lot more. It's a lot more open. I mean, I know a lot of people say that Ocarina of Time was open, but it really wasn't. Those were just sections that you had to keep going through loading screen. Whereas Wind Waker was more open. You had the entire sea. You could explore all of it. There was no loading screens between each section unless you went in a building, and it was a small loading thing, so it didn't matter. That's really what,
Too much water.
There was a lot of water, yeah. I'm not saying it was,
That's the only reason they're able to pull that off. The whole no loading thing.
Right, yeah. No, I got that.
The other thing, too, is that Wind Waker may be an iconic GameCube game, but I think even Zelda fans included, I think something that a lot of people forget is that when it first came out, a lot of people hated Wind Waker.
It is true. I
I'm
remember
leaning
that.
more towards Wind Waker
They did
myself.
not like it
That's
because of the cell shadedness.
I think I'm biased.
I'm gonna say that I think I'm gonna pull out a trump card here.
Okay.
I think Wind Waker should take the top one. Not only do I believe it's the best game, one of us has been playing it during this, so I think that moves it up.
I haven't been playing it, so it's not me.
I was playing it at the beginning of the stream.
See?
Oh. But were you playing HD?
But I was playing it on Wii U.
Oh,
Well, what's your?
no
come on.
argument invalid.
Damn it.
You're playing the better version.
Well, you know what? Time splitters,
Yeah.
I think.
It's just whenever there's a it's 1-to-1 and someone has to break the ties, they're just gonna be like, Time Splitters
Fucking
2.
Time splitters.
Time Splitters 2 because
Actually,
it got
Death
re-released
Stranding.
and it ended up finally getting trophy support. And yeah, just play Time Splitters 2.
Playing them all three of them as soon as I could.
I mean, I didn't play Paper Mario. I didn't. The first Paper Mario I played was Super Paper Mario.
Oof.
But I enjoyed Super Paper Mario. But
Yeah, it's still a good game.
I like platformers. I like the 3D aspect of it. If we do a Wii list, we can get into that. I understand that Paper Mario is it's a turn-based game, and that's nice. But I mean, honestly, when I got to the GameCube, I was burnt out of those, and I played a lot of those on Super Nintendo.
So that's what I was gonna say too. Is that like the GameCube and the N64 didn't really have any RPGs, so they kind of relied heavily on very few of them, and the Paper Mario games definitely did everything so well that it doesn't even seem like RPGs were super absent, just because of the fact that the Nintendo first party ones were so good. And that's my argument for Paper Mario, is that it had a lot of character, the combat system was amazing, and it just added on to the combat system everybody liked from the first Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG. And the buddy system was better, and like all the characters are just iconic and everything. I mean, I could argue for Paper Mario forever, honestly. But like at the same time, I love Wind Waker. I love Zelda. Wind Waker's one of my favorite Zeldas, and like Zelda would easily be my favorite game for any other Nintendo console but this one.
Okay. I will relent you your Paper Mario if you can answer me one question.
Sure.
So you said that there's not that many of that style of games and stuff like that. As opposed to like the turn-based style of games. How does Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door, if that's what it is, or I can't read the text under it.
Yeah, 1,000-Year Door. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. How does that stack up against one of the ones that has already been eliminated, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance?
I honestly think it's a lot better. But I mean, that's
Not really an argument.
I mean, that unfortunately will have bias behind it because I don't really care for Fire Emblem. But even looking at Fire Emblem objectively, I mean, Fire Emblem does a lot of good stuff that Paper Mario does too. It's mostly just the character of the game, the storytelling, the writing. It's just genuinely a fun game. It's not just a tedious 30-40 hour RPG that gets boring halfway through. It's got character all the way through. It's got good writing all the way through. It's got introduction of new characters all the way through. It has new enemies and new areas that feel completely different from the last area. Everything about it is just way better. Whereas if I play something like Fire Emblem or some of the other games that are on the GameCube that are considered more RPG, they just, I don't know, I feel like some of them get tedious at some points, whether it be middle of the game, first half of the game, second half of the game. Whereas I feel like Paper Mario is just strong all the way through for being 30 to 40 hours.
Okay.
You know what, John? I'm actually shocked that Rogue Squadron didn't get brought up. Another one that I was like, wow, no one brought up Rogue Squadron.
What's a good
Well,
game?
I thought about it, but you know.
As for
It
your
would be-
top
it-
three,
it-
you're wrong, but
And then specifically my counterpoint against Wind Waker as a whole on GameCube games and also Zelda games is that unless if you're trying to 100% the games, Wind Waker's kind of short. It doesn't have like a whole lot of dungeons, which obviously Zelda is known for. I mean, it still has a decent amount. It's definitely shorter runtime. I mean, it does have the character and everything I'm arguing for Paper Mario. It's just compared to like the games that came before it, like Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, all that stuff. There's just it's not that it has less content. It's just like if you're looking at it from the scope of just like, oh, I just want to play a Zelda game from start to finish and not do everything in the game. There's not as many high points as like other Zelda games before it and after it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's fair. I mean, except for one aspect, dealing with the Koroks with their stupid trees and Wind Waker is tedious and annoying, and I don't like doing it. But
Yeah,
it's a lot
and
better than the Koroks in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah. And then, well, you got to think of all the tedious stuff
Not
that's in
my
Wind
Zelda.
Waker.
I
So much to the point where like they scaled back the Wii U version to make it like more tolerable.
yeah. They did have to.
Even then, wait, are we talking Wind Waker or Breath of the Wild?
Wind Waker.
we're talking for Wind Waker.
All right. Because I was gonna say, even then, with Breath of the Wild on Wii U, there's still so many areas where it slows down to like 10 frames and it's just fucking unplayable.
I've never had that problem.
I just don't like the game.
Yeah, well, you don't like
Most of the time for
fun.
me, it's when you're in a village.
Mario Odyssey's a better game. Go play that.
Huh. I already did.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I sold my copy of Breath of the Wild for Switch, so
You wanna know why? Because it sucks.
no, because I needed
We're
money.
saving this argument for another day. The argument is Paper
I
Mario
have it on
1000
Wii U.
Year Door and Wind
Anyways.
Waker on the GameCube.
I'm
Don't
going
worry,
Wind Waker.
we'll do top 10 Switch games, and you all can sit there and try to tell me Breath of the Wild is top 10 when it's not. It's top 20.
Persona 5 Royal.
Get the fuck out of here. You're cut. You're fucking cut.
All right, Mike, what's your vote for?
Wind Waker.
We'll save that for another day, Kevin. I don't like that game. I don't care. There's so many better games on the Switch than that game. It's unbelievable.
What was he saying?
It's a Breath of the Wild argument, but we need you.
Oh,
You gotta figure this out, man. Paper
Not my
Mario or
Zelda.
Wind Waker.
So I was saying
What's
Wind
your-
Waker.
what's your opinion, Rudy?
I personally enjoyed Paper Mario more, but I was also one of those weird RPG kids. I like turn-based RPGs. I still like them. Like, I just bought that Claire Obscure Expedition game. I can't wait to play it. That game's going to be so much fun. But I know majority of people that play video games are not into the turn-based systems because they're slow, they can be complicated. But Paper Mario was like the simplest of the simple you could fucking do.
Mhm.
It's your turn. What do you do? I want to hit him with a hammer. All right. There you go.
A fun fact that's been.
I want to jump
Vinny's,
on them.
thing he wants
Okay,
to do
well,
all
if
the
you
time.
do it fast enough, you might be able to jump on them twice. Okay. Same with, like, everyone knows one of my favorite RPGs of all time is fucking Super Nintendo game, the 7 Stars.
Mhm.
I fucking love that game. I'm happy it got a Switch re-release. I personally don't think it was as good as the original, but it was still good. But Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, like I have an attachment to that game from the game. There's not many GameCube games I actually give a shit about. Everyone knows this. I think I've expressed my opinion enough. But if I had to pick between Paper Mario and Custom Robo, which are probably my two favorite games, I probably would go with Paper Mario. And Wind Waker, like I played it, it was fine. I was sadly one of those people that saw the crazy Zelda tech demo that never became anything, and we got that, and I was one of the pissed off people. Because I was very disappointed that I thought we were getting some hyper realistic, crazy D&D looking ass Zelda game, and we got Saturday morning cartoon Zelda. But in the end, Wind Waker proved me wrong. Wind Waker was a fantastic game.
Yeah, I was never bothered by the cel shaded art style. When I was younger and the first time I played it, the thing that bummed me out was the sailing and all the water, to be honest.
And then, like, if I had to talk my favorite Zelda games, Wind Waker is easily, like, top 3. I really like Wind Waker. Everyone knows A Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game. It'll probably never change. I'm just an old man. I'm sorry. And like,
old man.
You fucking kids and your fucking building mechanics and Minecraft.
You're wakering and winding.
Yeah, you're wakering and winding across the ocean. But my opinion is the way if this is how the list stays,
your Princess Twilight.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Like I love Melee too. In all reality, if I were to re-rack this, it wouldn't really change much. Like Custom Robo would obviously move up a little bit, but I wouldn't change much of anything. It's pretty much where I would sit if everybody agreed on it. That's my opinion.
I think Time Splitters would definitely be.
I mean, I think we all know Time Splitters is the god of all games. So, but
second only to...
it even outshines Doom and Wolfenstein.
I don't know about that.
But if, in my opinion, if this is where the list stayed, this list makes a lot of sense. For the top 10 like GameCube games of all time, that's not opinionized. Like this is my personal list. I think this is what it would probably look like. Maybe a couple things would get changed. Like I do think Double Dash would probably be a little higher just because of how popular it is. But other than that, I think it's fine. I think it's good.
I won't argue it because I definitely think there's some personal bias with me wanting Zelda at 1.
It's what happens. And it's tough because both of them changed the way shit was made. Like, there's companies that look at Paper Mario and go, damn, we should probably take some of the aspects of that and fucking use it. And obviously, games look at Zelda all the time and they go, damn, we should do that. And then they do it. Sometimes they do it better, sometimes they don't. Most of the time, they don't do it better.
I, again, still haven't played with Paper Mario. I'll pick it up and play it, and then
Paper Mario.
If it's trash, I'll tell Vinny over an entire weekend. I have to work with him.
He'll be like, "The game's so bad."
Why'd you gun for this game? Why is this better than Time Splitters 2?
It's not. Okay.
Nothing is. Except maybe Death Stranding.
But yeah, I mean, this is where an unbiased, not my list, I would look at this and go, you know what? I'd try these games in this order.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is fine.
You're more biased towards Metroid?
The screen thing. What? So what did it end up on?
Paper Mario.
Wind
Waker.
Melee. RE4, Luigi, Metroid, Double Dash, Custom Robo, Sonic 2, and then Second Sight is number 10. Which I think is totally fair.
Yeah.
I'll give 2 of these games a try, but that's about it.
What else haven't you played?
I'll try Paper Mario and I'll try Sonic, and then we'll see where that goes.
Well, I mean, I know Paper Mario.
I'm not trying Luigi's Mansion. I don't really care to.
Fair enough. I do, however, back to an earlier statement, Lost Kingdoms is amazing. You should fucking try it. If you haven't. That game's incredible. FromSoft, you give them a genre, and somehow they always pull it off, and it's always like, damn, this is pretty solid. Only a couple games they've made where I was like, I don't really care. It doesn't happen often, and it's usually old shit. Like, I'm not a big fan of Kingsfield, mainly because I could never figure out what the hell I'm actually supposed to be doing. But I'm a big fan of Armored Core. And if that's where you guys stand, that's it. That's the top 10 in order.
So Paper Mario wins?
Paper Mario wins.
Hell yeah.
That's all that matters.
I mean,
Wind Waker getting second. I do that. I wanted Wind Waker to get second for sure. It shouldn't be any lower. I love that game too.
I mean, in an all-out battle, we know that Paper Mario will lose because there's just too big of an ocean. It'll just drown out all the paper.
Going to
That's
send
fair.
it over to Twitter and
Yeah,
make
water
it
beats paper.
their problem now.
Yeah. Water beats paper. We have all agreed on this. And the only way to save it is to get Time Splitters 2 in there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Dude, could you imagine Time Splitters 2 crossover with Paper Mario?
That'd be interesting.
Paper Cutters 2.
Paper Cut Jam. Or Paper Gun Jam.
There you go. Gumdorf, what is our next? What's your next?
Next tier list?
Yeah.
Souls games.
All right. My vote is for Time Splitters 2 for that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I can put it on there, but I'm sure all the Souls guys are gonna be like, "What? Why? The hell?"
Might as well throw Wind Waker on there too.
Yeah, Wind Waker on there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the soul of the boat in him.
There you go. It's Twitter's problem now, not mine.
I think Luigi's Mansion should go on there. It's got
There's a lot of souls
souls
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of souls.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put Geist on there too, then.
And Time Splitters 2 is on there because fuck you. Yeah. So, alright. That's it for
I think
that.
Skate 3,
Alright, knock it off. We aren't
because
on
the
the
guys skating
PS3
have
yet.
souls.
No, but I guess I know you guys aren't big into Souls games, so the next tier list that would probably be up your alley.
I mean, I'll join the Souls ones and purposely just pick all the worst ones.
The next one I'd say would be. I would like to do PS2.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think
We'll get
PS2.
some Simpsons.
I do the
Simpsons hit and run on
PS1.
there again.
But I think that PS2 will be more interesting. I
Okay.
still want to do the PS1 because the PS1 does have some great games.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think
Oh yeah, like fucking Mega Man Legends.
get the fuck out of here. At least
What
you
a
didn't
box
say.
plug.
Porn, dude.
But I think PS2 will be next.
Okay.
And then if you want to take part, just shoot me 10 to 15 games that you think are the best games for the PS2.
How many times can I put a
Once.
single game?
Once. Unless it's a sequel.
Just fucking Time Splitters 10 times.
Yeah, Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters 2.
I was gonna say, I mean, that it's gonna
I'll put
pop up in
Simpsons
this
hit and run
list
on there
too.
to
Yeah.
divvy it up.
Was it actually on PlayStation 2?
What, Time Splitters 2?
That
Yeah.
was on there.
Yeah, it was on all three.
That's where a lot of us played it.
I'm putting it on all three. If you do an Xbox one, I'm putting Time Splitters on that one too.
I want to do Xbox and Xbox 360. Mainly 360 because I know everybody had a fucking 360.
Oh yeah,
And they had some
Yeah, I had one.
crazy titles on there.
one of the best consoles in my opinion.
Easily. Then
I liked
the PS2.
They had to win somewhere though.
So the big ones are like PS2, PS3, Super Nintendo, Xbox 360, and the Switch are like the ones that I really want to do because the Switch is still relevant and there's a ton of good games on the Switch.
Yeah.
But the 360, I played so much 360, the Gears of War, Halo, all that stuff.
So no 3DO.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
Obviously, I'm picking Zelda for that.
That was the CDI.
Yeah, I was gonna
Best
say.
Zelda. Oh shit.
All right,
I
guys.
don't-
I'll talk to you later.
I don't know enough CDI games
Same
to do that.
shithole to me.
Alright, later. But alrighty, thank you guys again. This was fun.
Of course.
Paper
Have a good
Mario
night.
is the best GameCube game.
Hell yeah.
So I will talk
Time
to
splitters.
you later. Oh god, I'll talk to you later.
Have a good night, guys. Take care.
You
Peace.
too.